This is the video for the Virgo male single. So single Virgo male, this is your reading. I do a House of Love spread. I have 3 cards in the roof that even though you're single, this really will deal with the next significant partner that you gain. So the roof cards, the 3 cards from the top, they symbolize how you meet, the circumstances, da-da-da. And then the 4 cards within the house really outline the relationship coming at you in full swing. And usually it's more of a long term. So if you're doing a little bit of dating, light dating, it will not hit on that. It will hit on your next significant relationship. So I use the romance tarot cards and sex and love tarot cards, and that's, I'm just breaking it down right to the romance area. So we will start with the romance card, and then I clarify with the sex card. The first card I get in the roof is 11, Justice. So here I feel like justice is coming in to sweep things for you. So be aware that if you have not felt like you've got justice in the past, you might just start to feel that in the future. I'm gonna go into the sex card here. The sex card we get to clarify. 20, Judgment. And Judgment card from this sex deck really shows me that there's a karmic tied relationship coming in. We have something here that is really significant, that the universe is aligning for you. So you're going to feel a stronger attraction, more of a pull to go in this direction. And not only that, it based on past lives, you know, based on a lot of connections here, or something that's definitely written in your path. So I'm getting a sense from this card, okay, that if you have if you have done wrong in the past, or there wasn't an opportunity to balance the score, again, I feel like that's going to come out in this next relationship. If you have had or given some injustices within relationships, this is going to even the score. This next relationship, and I feel like there's going to be a drive enough to have to deal with that. So when you have something like that that comes in to really balance your karma, you feel overly driven to go there, but you may end up getting hurt in the process. Now, if that is the deal, it is because this is, you have put this upon someone else. Okay, so the next card I get is 19, the Sun. So the Sun is really about talking about the joy and the happiness that you will feel in this next relationship. The sex card I get is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is, I mean, you're getting together with that partner. The Wands is about fire. So there's a sense of passion here in the bedroom. Now, you have to be aware, in this card, there's a couple in the fireplace in the past. So that's basically the burning up of a relationship in the past to enter this one. And not only that, we have to be aware that this new relationship going forward is definitely going to be different behaviorally for you than you were in your past, right? So if you're coming across this, I mean, this is for the month of February, but the energy can linger a bit. If you're going into February and you're single, you have not come across this energy as of yet, you will be really changing your tune in that kind of way. You'll be putting down the groundwork to prepare to treat someone else in the next relationship differently. So that's why the sun is there. It's illuminating that yes, we need to do this. We needed to do this. So this is why we're going in this direction. Now, the next card I get is the Queen of Canes, and the Queen of Canes, Queen of Wands, is really about satisfaction, right? So this woman, and I feel like that's the receiver, the object here, the next person coming in, is going to be and feel very contented within the relationship. It's kind of to the extent where she can't wipe a smile off her face, that kind of thing. And I feel like that's very mutual between the two of you. Now, the next card I get in the bedroom is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is really about breaking a tie. And I don't feel, okay, I feel because we have the Ace of Wands here signifying the couple in the past, I feel like there may be a hard break before you get in this relationship, but nonetheless, it's broken. But I feel like there may be some emotional ties here that kind of linger, that you may feel like you've dealt with a relationship, but you kind of haven't until you get into the next one, and then things come up and you realize this. So be aware of that there's you may have been karmically tied to that other person that you left, but you're going to be tied to a new one in the future, and that is going to create some good lessons for you as well. Like I said, watch for balancing karma, but I feel like there's going to be a strength here or a pull in the way bringing you forward to this relationship that's going to overpower, because you need to learn those lessons and you need to move forward. So as we move on into this relationship, we get the Four of Wands. Okay, I'm going to just leave the canes out of here, but the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is about marriage. So we may have had a marriage here or are looking to get married. We may have gotten out of a relationship and now we're like, yeah, you know what? I want to get married. Or, you know, we may have a situation where we have in a divorce. We've been through a divorce because I've got the Justice here, right? And the marriage card. So that is something that could happen. I don't see it heavily, but it could be true for some people. For the most part, I get a feel that a person's been through enough relationships. They're like, yeah, now I'm ready to find the one I'm going to settle down with. And the card to clarify on the sex side of things is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is that card about having a partner and really wanting to go out on them. Okay, so now I don't know if because of the way the energy's floating here about bringing in the karmic tie while you're going into another relationship here, we may have a situation where there's a Virgo male who's in a relationship that he's not happy with, and he's really on the verge of letting go, has not informed his partner yet, but is looking outside the relationship kind of before he actually makes that cut. So that's the Three of Swords is kind of showing me that there's an interest somewhere else. Physically, you're looking outside of the relationship or marriage, and ready to jump before, you know, everything's in a nice, neat package. I think you might be looking to go outside the relationship before you've actually ended it. The next card here we get is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords really, in this reading, okay, is symbolizing, yeah, I'm going through the motions, I'm pretending I'm happy, but I'm truly not happy. But nonetheless, I'm not making any decisions. I'm not making any moves, thinking a lot, but not moving on anything. We're just kind of staying still. We're doing the dance that we need to do to get through, and that's the way it goes. Now, the next card I get is interesting. I get a lot of fours here. So February is a 2-month. So maybe it'll take you another 2 months to get the courage to take that jump, or before you see that partner that you want to take the plunge for. Beware of that. 4, 3, and 4. So anyhow, the Four of Swords is in the sex side of that dancing. We're doing the dance. And I feel like this is more of a fake dance to impress other people outside of us. Because I'm not really happy, but I'm not really sad. But I know this is not right to stay. But I have no other choices right now. And I'm just starting to think about wanting to go. So whatever. Now in the bedroom, we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is really, here they're stating, this guy's trying to get what he wants out of the relationship in the bedroom. He's not wanting to communicate in a romantic sense and gain anything in that way, but he's going to try and get what he wants in the bedroom. So there may be a sense of your partner going, why all of a sudden are you wanting this and that in the bedroom? Like, that's not the way you normally were. And it's really him taking it out in that way. It's like the energy is going in that way because that's the way that it just naturally flows for him. And beware that this is not only noticed by the partner. I mean, I don't think that's going to be a surprise because the partner, I feel, is going like, why are you doing this? Like, this is not you, right? What they know of you. But I feel like you're already starting to experiment with your personality outside of the relationship, in the relationship, if you get what I'm saying. So physically, you're going to start really trying new things before you get to try a new partner. Okay? That's what I'm getting. So now, the next card I get on the romantic side is the Ten of Coins. So the Ten of Coins is about trying to fulfill someone else's every need, right? Not only monetarily, right? Because they have the framed photo of all the coins. It's like, I can supply you financially, babe, and I can, you know, but let's try the bedroom. Like, this is what I get a sense of this card. Sorry, I'm being a little to myself here, but trying to go outward, and it's really, I'm getting again a mix up of energies. There's a partner here, and this one's different. This is another partner you're trying to impress. Again, a mixing of the energies because they're all together mingled. Not, you know, we haven't separated completely in order. So this seems to be the year that the Virgo male's moving in. But nonetheless, the Ten of Coins is really wanting to go outward and show off all of that prowess that they have, right? I can supply for you materially, and I can impress you in the bedroom, and this is what I want to show you I can do. So the energy is really, I want to show you what I got. So, and outside of the relationship as well. So I don't know here if you guys are taking a break or whatever, but this is the energy that's coming in, right? And this is in full swing of the new relationship. And I'm still getting the two energies. So that's interesting. As we move on, something to point out to you. The next card I get on the Ten of Pentacles in the bedroom here is the Star card. So the Star card is really, and I get a sense that this Virgo male is the one that's going outward with this energy, is really making you feel like the center of attention in the bedroom. And again, I'm getting a sense. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so the Star card is about putting someone at the center of your attention, making someone the star, and that's all you think about, that's all you attend to, and that's all you're dealing with. So that's really the sense I get here. And I notice there's the woman is sitting higher than the man, right? So it's the focus of the woman. So it may not only be your attention to want to make her feel that way, but this is how you are idealizing her as well and wanting her to feel that, so you express that to her. And then it really does embellish that in a good way. The next card I get, this seems to be a split here of someone you're tied to and someone you're trying to impress. Okay, that's the energy I'm feeling. Okay, so the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is a sashed heart. And it's, though in the picture, I don't feel that the swords are piercing the heart. I feel they are guarding behind it. So we have a sash and also two swords. It's like I'm still not open-hearted here. I am still not willing to give my all, but I'm sure trying to impress someone throughout. Now, this could be your partner. I want to give that benefit of the doubt, but that's not, I'm getting two separate energies here, two separate energies. So we could have some that are trying to revive a relationship, and it's going to be a real dramatic situation where we have someone who, not only one partner, but both partners have really changed drastically. But again, I'm trying to accommodate a no cheating zone here. But I'm feeling like someone's just stepping out, and there's too much ties on both ends here, that it's not like I broke up with you, we're done, and then I'm going off in another direction. It's I haven't broke up with you yet, but boy, I want to impress this one over here. And I'm going to start doing that. And that's really what's going on here. But yet a shielding of the heart nonetheless in both areas. And I feel more on the side of blocking out the partner, right? Because in order to have an affair or go in a different direction, you really do have to block one side of it out. Because if you don't, then you got to make the right decision. And I don't see that happening here. Now the next card we have is the moon for the sex side of it, and that is the secrets, right? That is the keeping it undercover. So we have a blocking off of our heart in a certain direction, and then we have secret keeping and things that are not going to be really expressed here until further notice, right? So the next reading maybe will illuminate more where the direction we've gone and how we've done it. But so far, okay, I see the path here is really kind of late. And so this person's not leaving until they got another one that's heavily attached and they know it's a guarantee they're going to go. And then they'll shut this down. And that's really what I'm getting here. The sense from the Virgo male is not going to give things up. Or it may be a situation where you're in a legal separation, okay, where you're really having to deal with things on a congenial basis, right? On a congenial basis with the partner, but that you're kind of looking outside of it. So legally is not appropriate, but nonetheless, in your mind, you feel justified in it, but in your legal partner's mind, it's not justified. There's some secret keeping and not telling whole truths and that kind of thing to kind of save your ass, right? So that's really what's going on here. But nonetheless, a direction of trying to really change into the person that you truly are. And I feel like the next partnership coming in, there's a strong attraction there, and there's going to be a strong build of emotions come from you where you're going to start to feel like you're more like yourself. And I feel like that may have been something in the past, or it just may have been where you're not aware that you kind of shut yourself off for someone else. That kind of a situation. So, yeah, just a dipping in the pools, and I'm saying pools, dipping in the pools to see what excites, and there's definitely something coming in the future. So interesting. So this man is not truly single. So that's the feeling I'm getting here. I mean, I'm going, this is for the Virgo male single. So he's not really truly single. He's really gliding one on and well into the other relationship before he lets one go. So, and that's, I think, is just from lack of esteem, lack of feeling like you're worth, or lack of faith in having something outside of you that could suffice, right? And I've had that too. I mean, I've been in a state where you feel like there's nothing out there, so you're reluctant to let go of things until you find something, because but don't be afraid to be alone and take that time to clarify things, because it might I feel like even though the situation is what it is, it just will go. It will just kind of float over and go its own way. So I don't feel like anybody's going to catch anybody doing anything, but that may not do you any favors in the future. So hang on to that idea, right? So make sure you're not in the future going in that way. I'm trying to stay away from judgment here. I think you're universally, it's coming. Your judgment is going to be worked out. Your karma, everything's going to be worked out in the future. So know that it's going to be high time to go over everything analytically and know why you're doing things and how you've done things in the past. I think is more what they want you to know, is to be aware of how you've affected those in relationships in the past. Because justice is here to balance the scales, whichever way that goes. Because you may have been kicked to the curb all the time and at a loss. So in this case, then that happiness is going to come and fill you up to a degree that you deserve. And that's really what it's about. So for the Virgo male single, this is the reading. Very interesting. Very interesting. So hopefully you have a good, happy Valentine's Day and a good month. Take care, have fun, and be happy.